Welcome, as I try to get my headsets sounding right. There we go. Couldn't hear myself. As good as I wanted to hear myself, I suppose. I don't know.
Well, may as well check it now. See,
I know.
I can barely hear myself.
One of those things.
Just another one of those things we should have did before we started the podcast.
Yeah. You'd be right on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the show. I can't find something that's. This is the only thing you can't test, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to turn the mics on.
Right.
And yeah, so. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. It's Saturday, April the 9th, 2022. It is season 16, episode 12. I'm Scott.
And I'm RJ.
That is it. If you want to get in touch with us, our phone number is 272-9228. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at ingamechat. You can also find us on Facebook. You can email us, everyone, at ingamechat.net. We are streaming right now on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv and you can find us there and joining the chat room live while we broadcast. So anyway, welcome to the show. Let me do this. I tried to salvage as much of her handwriting as I could to make, because once I got to put my talents into this, like a 4-year-old. But welcome to the show, everybody. It's another Saturday. What have you been playing, RJ?
More of the same, really. Still working on Elden Ring. Still trying to make progress with the storyline and whatnot, but it's a little difficult not knowing where to go. So I'm just finding stuff by accident.
I know. I was about to say, does it really matter? You just kind of explore. I mean, I know you need to finish the game, but
yeah,
there's so much in there.
Yes, there is. There's a lot.
On your way to finish the game, you're going to have a lot to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of complicated storylines that I had no idea about. Looking at sporadic posts on the internet here and there, so I'm missing a whole bunch of things that I've missed. Some quests I've screwed up already in my playthrough because I've taken some folks out or did some things I wasn't supposed to. Finding things here and there that I couldn't find in my original playthrough, but I found in my alternate characters. So that's something else. You know, like I said before, the first playthrough of any Souls game, that's where you make all your mistakes, where you leave things behind, where you don't do things properly. And in my playthroughs with my alternate characters, I've found items that I didn't find with my main character. Now I have to go back with my main and find that because they're pretty important. Little talismans here and there that help me build my stats. Or someone told me about something to the east of Third Church of America. I never knew about this area. There's some areas I found, save points I found in my alt characters that I didn't find with my main character. So now I have to play catch up and get everything situated that way. So that's what I've been going through mostly with Elden Ring. The second thing is I wanted to play MLB The Show today, but unfortunately I had to do a little spring cleaning on my hard drive. I had to get some stuff off of there and move to my backup.
Your PlayStation hard drive.
Yeah, yeah. So I was come to find out that there's some things in there that I'm not used to seeing have these many gigs gigs installed. Like Mortal Kombat 11 is right up there with Destiny 2 in terms of
like 90.
It's like
60, 90.
It's like 77, 78 on my hard drive. So I'm like, wow, that's I didn't think it would get that far because I'm not used to fighters having that many gigs installed on my on the hard drive.
Yeah, that's a lot of space.
For whatever reason,
for a fighter.
it is. For whatever reason it is. So I had to move that off of there, and along with some other titles to make sure that MLB The Show gets on there without any difficulty. So other than those two, that's pretty much all I've been doing this week.
All right. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can't even remember. If you would like to get in touch with us, did I do all that stuff? 334-272-9228 is the number. InGameChat.net for every bit of the links to get in touch with us. Go to Twitter. Go to Facebook at InGameChat. Email us, everyone, at InGameChat.net. Go to Twitch, which is where we're streaming right now, twitch.tv. Twitch.tv. Type in In-Game Chat. You'll be able to find us. You can watch the show there live if you'd like to. You can join in the chat room if you want to do that. You can also go to Discord, and it's kind of a message board type place. You can leave messages, or you can jump into one of the chat rooms and talk with us on the air. Listen to us as well if you would like to do that. So it's all there, and if you need any of it, just go to our website, InGameChat.net, and go all the way down to the bottom, and then you'll find links where you can get in touch with us and check things out. I have not played anything other than Destiny. That is it. I put in my time with Destiny, and then, maybe put in my time with something. I thought I fired it up this week, but no, I didn't. I didn't fire up any of my consoles this week. Or that I can remember last week.
No Uncharted? No anything like that? Or
we had finished Uncharted.
Okay.
Yeah, we did our run-throughs on that a long while ago.
I thought you were running Bioshock as well.
Yeah, I started on Bioshock.
Yeah.
So, but no progress was made.
Was it 1 or 2?
Week.
1, 2, or
we're starting with 1, but I'll be going through 1, 2, and Infinite.
Okay, because 1 I've never played. 2 and Infinite I've played, but I never played 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's interesting.
Else I gotta play. Yeah.
It's interesting to see how I was able to go through Uncharted and really, it was easy. I don't know say if it was easy, but whatever reason, I don't know. It's not that I'm reluctant to go through Bioshock, but
the desire to play.
I guess I had more fun playing Uncharted, or Uncharted had a more fun experience. I mean, there's some fun here in Bioshock as well, but my problem with Bioshock is running through things and being like, oh man, I forgot, because you have a map and you can see where things, you didn't go into rooms, and it's like, I got to figure out how to get in that room. Mm-hmm. I got to figure out how to go there.
Elden Ring's the same way. Yeah. It's like get from point A to point B. It's like a straight shot on the map, but on the way you realize that there's a 300-foot cliff that you can't survive jumping off of, so you're going to have to find another way around.
Does Elden Ring have... it has an overworld map.
Yeah.
I know that much. Is that the only map that it has, or...
There's the overworld and the underground.
Right, but can you zero in on that overworld map to know more precisely where you are on it?
Not really. I mean, you could see some indications like where bodies of water... you can see some elevation on some. You can see if it's high or if it's low to the ground, things of that nature. Like you can see some mountain ranges on there.
But you can't zoom in and see that, okay, here's the wall that I'm standing in front of. And if I go, I see that it opens up around here, and I can go over, this is how I can connect to this other way. I can go that way. It doesn't kind of give
It's not that much detail. I mean, you can zoom into a point, and you just have to eyeball it from there based on what you see. So like I said, you see some elevation, you see some bodies of water, you see some roads, but it doesn't tell you everything on that road or what you have to go through to go through it. So you'll see it when you get there. Just open the map back and forth and see if you're close to an area that you can get to, and just see what happens when you get there.
Yeah,
really.
where am I? I'm in Neptune's Bounty in Bioshock right now. I think. Just picked up the, what are they called?
Plasmids.
Plasmids, that's right, yeah. Picked up the plasmid where you can basically hypnotize a Big Daddy into fighting for you. Mm-hmm. Making it like you're the little sister and that, they're protecting you. And so I've just come across that, and I've used it.
Yeah. There was some fun little deceptive plasmids in Bioshock that I recall.
Yeah.
I think one of the favorites was Rage. Basically, I think it's one that looks like a stress ball in your hand. It's got this greenish liquid coming out of it, but you hit a hit an enemy with that, and they go nuts and attack anything close to them, which happens to be usually it's another enemy that you're dealing with. So it's good in groups, that type of thing. You can have a lot of fun with that if you play your cards right.
Yeah, I haven't really come into... I've come into some groups, but not really anything that has been any sort of difficult sort of thing. Well, I guess I came into a group and I threw the Big Daddy stuff, and that helped clear it out.
I bet it did.
For as long as it lasts, helped to clear it out, and so that was good to have. But,
so as long as it lasts, like when it's over, he just walks away.
When it's over, when it's over, he will walk away if he doesn't see you.
Yeah.
If he sees you, he will attack you.
Okay, because what you said, I was thinking the enemies took him out, because I don't see that happening.
No. Well, they can reduce his health pretty good, but for the most part, they don't.
Yeah, they don't take him out. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, God, not a lot. Just not very much. I was on weather duty this week. There's a crew of us who each week you're the one who's assigned to help out with if severe weather comes through, you got to help out and do your stuff. Yeah. And so we had two hits this week, Tuesday and Wednesday, and I was a part of both of them. And yeah, it was the week. The week didn't work with me.
Yeah. Not for gaming.
Leisure time.
Yeah.
In the afternoon and stuff. It just did not work. And when it did, well, it just didn't. It actually didn't. And if it had, I'd have just been too tired to do anything anyway. So that is really all that I've played. It's really been Destiny. That's it. That's really all. That's what it is. It's what I play. Headphones I got were amazing, by the way. The Rocats, RO. Oh man, those were good. Those came in on Sunday. That and the other Turtle Beach that I had ordered, and I didn't even open up the Turtle Beach box. We started with the Rocats first. The Rocats were the cheapest, so we started with those first, and we tried them. Fantastic. They were wonderful. It gave me the feedback in my ear that I needed.
Right.
And it just sounded phenomenal.
Now, how easy was it to connect?
You just plug and go. That's it.
One cable?
One cable.
One cable.
It's a USB, that's it.
Yeah. See, the thing with Turtle Beach, my history with Turtle Beach is it's like 2 to 4 connectors you got to hook up to get the thing up and running. Turtle
Beaches that I had they had a dual. They had a USB and they had a plug.
Headphone jack?
3.5 jack.
Yeah.
You could use those both, or, you plug one into your controller of your console, and it would act as a microphone and as well as to send audio and send and receive audio. And then the USB, I guess, is for the computer. You just plug that in and you have USB, and you can plug it into your computer if you don't have a jack. Yeah. So we did the Rocats. The Rocats were great. And I said, well, I'm not going to open up those Turtle Beaches. The Turtle Beaches were just a headphone jack with a attachment that would split the headphone jack into a microphone jack into a headset jack that you could plug into if you did PC. And so I was like, no, I'm going to send those back. Anyway, Wendy liked them really a lot, so she kept that. And I went back and I looked at them again because I wanted to show somebody. It's like, these are the ones I picked up because I was testing them out, like playing some Destiny the Sunday afternoon, and which sounded amazing. I hadn't heard Destiny that way before. I hadn't heard anything that way before. And I can't tell if it's because I'm using headphones that are 10 years old or if these are just really good headphones. I have no idea if it's because my headphones were 10 years old. These are newer. These have a lot better technology in them, and they just sound amazing. Or if,
it's probably most likely a little bit of both.
Possibly. Anyway, when I went back, I bought those on Friday. I bought the Turtle Beaches and the Rocats on Friday. The Turtle Beaches were like $100-something, and the Rocats were 70, I think.
I think 70 when I looked it up. Yeah.
So Sunday, when I'm in Discord and I'm testing them out, and I was like, oh, hey, here's the kind that I got. I went to the website to grab the link. Mm-hmm. They were $25 off. They were down to $45.
Yep.
So I talked to Amazon, and I said, I bought these on Friday. They are now $45. I paid $70. Could you maybe give me the difference? Mm-hmm. Refund me the difference? And they're like, we can't do that. And I said, all I'm going to do is just buy a new pair and return these, right? They just said, we just can't issue we can't, that's fine, but we can't issue the
Yeah, Amazon's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, we can't do it.
But Amazon's like multiple sellers, right? So someone else had it. So,
and it wasn't like I was threatening, like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this. It was just like, you do know I'm going to do it the other way around, right?
Yeah, and Amazon's completely fine with that.
You can just say it, and they're like, nope. So I ordered 2 pair.
Yep.
That day, $45 a piece. Mm-hmm. They came in, I think, on Tuesday, and I took one of the unopened ones, along with the Turtle Beach headset. Took them over to the UPS, dropped them off, and sent them back. Got a refund.
Nice.
So, yeah, and ended up only paying the $45 for the Rocats.
The ELO 7.1.
Yep.
$44.99.
Are they still $45?
$44.99.
Yeah.
Just say 45. That 99.
I know.
$45.
So they're still $45, folks. If you're looking for a headset for your PC, I'm not endorsing these people. They're not paying me for this, but those are good. Those are really, really good. It comes with. This is the other thing. It comes with some free software. It doesn't come with it. You just go download it if you want to. But there's software, the Swarm software, that you can download. And it's a full EQ. It's a full equalizer. It has a full equalizer in it. Now, you can click into presets depending on the game that you're playing or whatever you may be doing, and that'll change things and have all these presets set in there. But you don't have to. You can adjust it the way you like it to sound. You can also turn off the voice feedback so that you don't hear yourself talk if you don't want to do that, or you can turn that up so you can hear yourself talk. So for $45, they were fantastic. It's got little LEDs in there on both ears that light up and stuff. And by the way, the Swarm software, you can make those a solid color. You can turn them off completely. You can make them rotate different. I mean, there's so much stuff with that software that you can do with it. There's also profiles of both games and players. So if there's multiple people who are going to be using your headphones, then you can have your own profile, and then you can have your own profile attached to certain games that you play. And so, yeah, you can do that. Bama Brian, can you use headphones with the Oculus, or do they have their own? They have their own. Well, they don't have their own headphones. They have speakers that work surprisingly well. They're directional, and they go right to your ear from where they're at, and I have absolutely no problem with them. You can use headphones, though, specifically Bluetooth. You can Bluetooth to them. So you can connect and connect your earbuds or whatever you want to do to Bluetooth into them. I don't think they have a cord. I don't think it's where you can put your headphones on and then plug a jack into the Rift or the Quest 2, whatever it's called. I don't think there's anything like that you can do on the Quest 2. But yeah, they have you can work around it and get some headphones to work with the Oculus. I almost tried to do some of that last week, and I never got around to it because I haven't done any of that in a while. I did see where there's a putt-putt golf game that I have, Walkabout Mini Golf, on Oculus, and they have a bunch of different courses, and obviously like you would if you went to a mini golf place. Here's the jungle course, here's the western course, here's the blah blah blah. Themed courses and that sort of thing. But they have teamed up with Cyan Entertainment to do a mist course.
Okay.
A mini golf mist course for Oculus. Yeah. All over it. I am all over it. It is not out. It is not released yet, but that is the next step.
What's the iconic symbol in mist? that would have to show up on this putt-putt
Well,
course.
if they're using Mist, I mean, there's so many. There's going to be the ship, the ship, which, I mean, a pirate ship, kind of, is associated with mini golf anyway. That's fine.
Well, I was thinking like windmills was like I associate windmills with mini golf.
Yeah, I think there may have been a windmill or two in Mist. I want to say there was. There's a rocket ship in Mist. There is a library. There is the woods outside. There are all the different ages that you can go to as well, which I'm sure they'll be grabbing influence from there also. And I haven't seen anything. But yeah, they're doing. Hey, do they have a? Let me see if they had a trailer. Walkabout mini golf.
I was still looking up this Rocat on Amazon. These are like two variations here: the ELO Stereo, the 7.1 USB, the one you got, and the ELO Air. Did you?
That's the
that
wireless version.
For that wireless version,
yeah. Did not do that. I'm not a fan of wireless.
Yeah, same here. That's a heck of a difference.
Yeah, it's
a $50,
really
a $50 difference actually.
So what's the price of this? So it's a
ELO Air is $99.50,
and that's reduced actually, isn't it?
Let's see. No.
Oh, it's not.
ELO
okay.
Air wireless is $99.50, but the ELO 7.1 USB, the one that you got right now, it's $45.
Yeah,
it's $25 off. So yeah. And then the other one is the ELO Stereo.
I think that's a version that's cheaper, like 30-something bucks, maybe.
$35.
Yeah,
maybe not as much, not as many features, but
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, but 25 off. Yeah, it's definitely worth looking into. I'm looking into it.
Yeah, these were great. I'll be using them tonight for when we do our raid. But yeah. Those were really, really good, and they sounded spectacular. Again,
that's why 50 millimeter drivers. I kept trying to remember what it was that I was looking at for headphones. The bigger the drivers, the better.
I wasn't. I was looking at. Do they have the voice monitoring or whatever it's called? Do they have that so that I can hear myself talk? Because it's such a strange thing. And I don't know how this got to be that way other than using those Turtle Beaches that I had used for 10 years where I could hear myself talk. And I honestly thought this is how it works with everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's very strange. Like I grew up, I was a junior, and so I went by my middle name. My father went by the first name, and I went by the middle name, even though we had the same name. But to avoid confusion, we use the different names. But I, being the self-centered guy that I am, apparently, I felt like, okay, I guess everybody goes by their middle name. They don't.
No.
Because I would give weird looks when people would ask me, what's your middle name? And I'm like, well, you know what it is. Why are you asking that? Because your middle name is, and I would say what their name is. Like, no, that's not my middle name. That's my first name. And so it was one of these weird things. And so again,
it was just what you were used to at the time.
It is. Yeah. And so I had a headset, and I could hear myself in the headset, and I just assumed everybody else could. So when these broke, I say when they broke, the first time they failed on me, I got some new headsets, and I was like, man, I can't hear myself talking these things. This is horrible. And I was talking to the guys in the raid for playing Destiny. I was like, I can't. Blah, blah, blah. We went through and went into settings and had to listen to this device thing and do that. That works, except it's delayed, and so it comes out a little bit after you say it. It's not as right there as voice monitoring could be on the headset itself. But and then I thought, well, I must have a special pair. This must be the only ones. And so I had to hunt down used, because they don't make them anymore. Right. I had to hunt down used headphones and get them at an exorbitant price. They had gone up in price. Like, I don't know what I paid for the first pair, but the second pair I paid about $80. And I was looking at more pairs because I thought I need to have a spare, because when this thing goes, I need to have another one.
Yep.
They're up now into the hundreds if you want those. But all I wanted is the voice thing. So Wendy found out what that was because she was looking at the features of the headset, and it said voice, in-ear voice monitoring, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, that's what I need to look for. And I would start to look for headsets that had it. That's how I stumbled upon the Rocats.
Yep.
And the Turtle Beaches said that they had it, but I didn't even bother to open the box. Once those worked, I said, good. I don't need $100 headphones. I've got what I thought was like a $70 pair, but nope, it's a $45 pair, even better.
Yep.
So.
Cost less, work better.
Bevan Bryan says he can't stand to hear himself. It's strange. I've always heard myself. I can hear myself in these. In fact, you can hear yourself in those. It's one of those things in radio. You can hear yourself. And it's just what I've it sounds weird when I can't. It sounds weird when I take these off and I'm talking to you. It sounds very strange. I mean, obviously I'm just talking.
Yeah.
But because I'm not having everything else drowned out or cleared off and then having my voice coming back into my head, it feels weird. It also feels weird because for ever how many years, 20 some odd years, every time I'm talking to a microphone, I'm wearing headsets.
Another thing, just another thing that you're used to.
Yeah,
like the middle name thing.
It just is, and you can hear the way you sound. You can hear, I'm being too loud. I'm not being loud enough.
Yeah.
You can hear these things when you can hear yourself. So, anyway, that's the thing. So can't say enough about the Rocats. They are fantastic. The ELOs, yes, ELO, 7.1 USB or Air if you want to do that. If you want to do the Air, which is wireless, that's probably fine too. But I'm doing the ones that do have the wires. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will jump into the news because I am done talking about what I played because, well, that's what I played. I think I did do another run of Vampire Survivors, which was a lot more fun. I picked a different level and got a lot further, but still didn't make it all the way. So did some of that. What else did I pick? I picked up a stupid free game on Steam called The One Who Pulls Out the Sword Will Be King or something like that. It's basically some stupid little thing that I saw a website promote, and I looked at it, and it was free. Basically, you click on the sword, and then you just move your mouse to get it to come out of the stone. However, every time somebody pulls the sword out of the stone, the sword becomes a little bit longer and a little bit heavier. So every time somebody does that, the sword gets heavier and longer. And so, it can take quite a while to pull the sword out of the stone.
I'll be more concerned about how we got too many kings here, so how we're going to settle this. How we're going to settle this.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you get on a leaderboard like, oh, you achieved it, because it's very hard to do. At this point, it's very hard to do. So, did I get anything else? Yeah, I applied for a few things, trying to get some review copies of some stuff, but I did pick up this War of Mine on Switch. It was on sale for I think $2, $3.
Okay.
And it includes all the DLC, everything. So it's the whole thing that they've got so far, and that they probably are going to do here. And so I picked that up for the Nintendo Switch. I haven't played it. I did play it. I have it on PC. I do remember that it was not my kind of game, but I maybe could find some way to enjoy it, I suppose. It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those where you have to, hey, I'm hungry, so you better feed. Hey, I'm sleepy, you better sleep. Hey, I'm thirsty, you better drink, or, whatever. It's one of those very, very, I don't want to say life sims, but there's a name for them.
I want to say simulator.
Because
that's what took me out of extreme mode for Fallout New Vegas. Having to worry about drinking and eating and things like that, when I'd really never had to before.
It's what turned me off of We Happy Few.
Yeah,
was another one that you had to do that.
Yeah, but like I said, that's what turned me off extreme mode. Fortunately, I had the option of turning it off of that. Yeah, so there was an option, so that was good. But if the game was like locked into you having to do that, that would have passed on that one. Yeah, if that was the case.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will go over the news here. That is all coming up. I've got news from last week, and I've got news from this week. Not as much this week as there was last week, but we're covered. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. Music here from a game called Fights in Tight Spaces. Feeling the Pressure is the name of this. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from Far, Changing Tides. It's a track called Rise. I don't know that... I want to say I played music from Far, but I can't remember if it was the first game or the second game. Because I did play some more of that, and I thought we were at the end of it, but no, it kept going. So that wasn't recent. That was a couple weeks back that I put in more time with it. So, yeah, I raised this big, giant, city-like place out of the water. And I thought, and it gave this music of, hey, things are, whatever, uplifting type of, it's the end music.
You raised Atlantis, the end.
Yeah, you raised the city. Mm-hmm. And I thought, my work here is done. It was not.
Nope.
There is more to that game. But I am interested in finding more, especially since I did raise that city. It's like, oh, okay. What else do I get to explore, experience, whatever the case may be?
Well, dang, how are you going to top that?
I don't know.
Yeah, you raise the city. How are you going to top this?
Well, you keep playing to find out. You keep playing to find out. So, anyway, welcome back to the show here, and we're going to jump into... I did have a link where it says Myst is being turned into a golf game. Mm-hmm. Even though I posted that in the chat room as well. So, one thing, I wanted to thank Chris again for the stand that he made. That thing was really cool. We showed it off here that day, but took it back to the house, put the Switch in it. It was fantastic. Works great. Wendy loves it. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I think he could make some money off of those. Yep. Show up at some arts and craft fairs or something like that,
especially if he comes up with a version 2 or version 3 or something like that. Just keep improving on the design. He can probably clean up doing that.
Maybe have something where you can adjust the size, whether it be something where you can take it halfway apart, like those. I
want to say sliders.
Yeah, where it slots in or something, and you can do
with a slider,
half and half with it. That way you can go for a lower, so it doesn't sit up as high, or you can do that. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of different variations that you can make with that thing, but
he's got a good prototype. So
really, really nice. Yeah,
so
not something you ever think you'd need, but it is nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's great. She could use it as a second monitor because your iPad will fit into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I say second monitor, but you just sit it like I could sit it here and then have the iPad up on it.
Yeah.
and if I wanted to, or whatever I could have just right in front of me.
Yeah.
A lot of times in Destiny, I could use more than 2 screens. For some of the raids that we go on where you have to read symbols and all these other things, if I just get my iPad sitting on that thing with just the symbols and the names, and then on the second screen, actually, I could actually have maps or other layouts or other things that need to be on there, and then, of course, the main screen. I don't know. There's plenty of applications for the thing. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic little stand, you know? I was going to call it a device, but no, it's simpler than that. It's just a stand. But really, came in handy.
Sometimes the best inventions is the most simple.
Bama Brian says, yeah, you can sell them on Etsy. I'm sure he's probably given it thought, because he should. If he hasn't, he needs to. He needs to think about it. Speaking of, this may be him right here. Hey, you're on In-Game Chat. Who's this?
Well, what do you know? You ought to know who's this.
Oh, yeah. Well, you invoke your name. It's like saying
Chris.
Beetlejuice 3 times.
So y'all like the whatchamado-it, Wendy's whatchamado-it and holder and all, huh?
The whatchamado-it holder? Is that what you're going with? That should be easy to trademark. Yeah, it should be pretty easy to trademark that one. No, it's great, man. It's really, really good, and hopefully you're going to be making more, because I really think people would buy them. I don't know what you would charge for them, but I think people would want them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, me and Dad went in earlier this morning and went and saw the new Sonic 2 movie and enjoyed it. Or at least I did. I don't know if he did, but he's not in that kind of stuff, as you might guess.
I heard Sonic fans liked the
sequel.
2. Yeah, the sequel more than anything. Yeah.
Yeah, they did everything just for the series. I'm a somewhat of a fan of the video games stuff, and they did it justice.
Yeah, same here. I probably get the
what?
Steelbook. Thank you. I couldn't the name. Steelbook when it finally comes out.
The metal casing, which
the hard box.
Hopefully have a disc in it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we joke about that, but that's actually a possibility. We've seen that before.
Yeah,
we've had custom versions of games with no game, game in it.
Yep.
What was that one? The one with the refrigerator, Call of Duty something?
Call of Duty. Yeah. It was one of the Call of Duties that was special edition, and it was all this stuff, but it comes with no game.
Yeah,
it didn't even come with a digital copy of the game.
Yeah, we're talking about you, Stoney, and your first-party Western release that you just put out not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're not the only ones that have done it. I've seen it in other games, and it's not necessarily a Sony thing. I do remember there was copies of. I want to say We talked about Call of Duty was one of those, and I want to say there was another one. I want to say it was Saints Row or something like that, where you got a bunch of stuff, but it didn't come with a copy of the game.
Didn't come with the game. Yeah. All I can think about is Call of Duty, and
but it didn't even come with a digital copy of the game. There was no game in that.
Yeah, package. No game at all.
Yeah,
digital
it's just
copy,
a mini fridge.
Just no physical disc.
Yeah,
you think it should, but no, it doesn't. Going back to Sonic 2, Chris, say you had a good time with it.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see a story about about Jim Carrey? Because Jim Carrey, they said, he carried 1, and he pretty much did the same in 2. He did a good job in both, but he was thinking about retiring, and the producer, I think, was on record as saying, if he does retire, who are you going to replace him with? It's like producers like, we're not even going to try.
I think I did see something about that, but I guess we'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, well, you think there's going to be a third one? Oh
yeah, there was another spoiler at the end. A new character of the game series was revealed, so yeah, there's definitely more.
Okay, definitely looks like they're going to make a third one. Yeah, okay.
I would imagine this will probably do very well for them. Mm-hmm. One did very well for them, surprisingly so. Yeah, and then so I think this one will do just as good.
Well, one got a head start by doing what the fans wanted.
True.
That's what helped them. Immensely.
It also beat the pandemic line by like a month and a half. Mm-hmm. It released in February.
Yeah,
and then in March, at least here, mid-March, everything shut down, and so it got its, it got it in there before that. It
just
had
under
a chance.
The wire. Yeah.
Oh man, cutting it real close. Mm-hmm. So, who's the what is that? Who's the don't want to say the publisher of the film, but that's what I'm kind of going at. Is that
Who produced the film?
Is it a Paramount picture? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think it is Paramount, yeah.
Ah, so Paramount Plus maybe is when we'll get that. I don't know. It's got to be in theaters for a while. I know we get the Batman film on HBO this month. So, yeah.
Who else? I was trying to think about that.
But Chris, thank you again for the stand. Just really, really appreciate that.
I had a feeling you might be asking for another one since Wendy may not let that one go, will she?
No, it's enough to where we can use it. You know, if you know, it's not one where if she's using it, I need to use it, or if I'm using it, she needs to use it, type of thing. We're not at that point yet, but so far it's been fine.
Oh yeah. Also, speaking of course, this happened after the show last week. You remember Mason, RJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I met one of his friends of a friend's. I've always been looking into getting the Japanese Laserdisc releases from Japan, and I was browsing online and found somebody 20 miles away in Wetumpka that was selling what I was looking for, and I hit him up and everything. And one of Mason's friends, James, sent me a text message and sent me a picture of the message I sent him and said, "Is this you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is." But it was one of our friends that I've met before at Mason's house and all, and, you know, spent the night talking back and forth and got his personal number and met him on Sunday afternoon at the Retro Game Planet to pick up a few releases and stuff. And in the near future or sometime this weekend, I'll be meeting him again and spending probably half my paycheck with him. But I got a lot of cool stuff that he had that he was needing to clean out.
Mm-hmm. And only 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small world, man.
Yeah, very small world. But you remember the Record of Lotus War anime series?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he had all 3 box sets. I think it was, I guess, the 2 seasons, the original first season, and then the 2 box sets of the second season. He had that.
VHS?
Yeah, no, Laserdisc.
Okay, with Laserdisc.
Yeah, the Laserdisc versions of the whole series from Japan.
Okay.
Then he had it's one of the other nutty series from the creator of the Ramen One Half, the Yutsura Yatsura.
Yeah, okay, I remember that one, yeah.
He had the box set of the OVA releases and that, which I already had those all on a single disc format, but, you know, I can't pass up a box set. I mean, like, this is only somebody 20 miles away. Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah. Get it while you can.
Yeah. So, he sent me some more pictures and things, and then I told him, I'm interested in this one, and he's had, like, multiple copies of these different ones he had posted on eBay, and said, yeah, I'll take this version or this condition one that you got. That sounds good, and, go spend some more money with him, but, yeah, it's amazing how small this world is, and you come across things like this.
Yep. All I got to do is look for it.
Yep.
You'll find it.
Well, Chris, thanks for calling, man. It's good to hear from you. And again, thank you so much for
you're welcome.
the stand.
All right, y'all have a good afternoon and enjoy this nice weather while we can.
I know. Take care, bud.
See you
all right, bye.
Bye-bye. Let's go to the next line here. Hi, you're on In-Game Chat. Who's this? Hello? Hello? All right. No idea.
Okay. I was looking at the thing for Sonic 2. 2 hours.
Yeah?
It's over 2 hours, man.
It's over 2 hours? Yeah. 2.5 hours? Or is it just 2 hours?
Just not much, but 122 minutes, so just barely
okay,
2 hours.
Yeah, just 2 hours, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was something similar was talking about, too, like movies are getting longer now. No cutting out, not a lot of cutting on the in the editing room.
Part of me would say, well, whatever you need to tell the story, but then again, at some point, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say in that case, it was probably only longer because that's what it took for them to get the story told.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was a situation, and plus, the more characters you add, it usually takes a little bit longer to lay down your foundation of.
If you do it right, yeah.
Yeah, who everybody is.
Because there have been some movies that have a whole bunch of characters, and you give them one line, and that's it.
Yeah, because this one has to add 2 new characters in it, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It has to add 2 new characters, reintroduce a third. Mm-hmm. Who I say a third, but reintroduce the one from previous. I suppose. And yeah, anyway. Yeah. So, when we left last week, we were talking about GTA Online doing their GTA
Plus, yeah, their subscription service, yeah.
The benefits for the first month from March 29th to April 27th, $500,000 delivered automatically to your bank account in the game. What is that? It doesn't tell me. The orange, okay, I guess they're cars.
Yeah, there's certain vehicles.
There's
spell it out.
The Princip. Devastate. Oh, the Devastate. Okay, got it.
Yeah, Devastate. Yeah, Devastate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just a bunch of some currency that really won't last you long. Because, like I said, you got to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
And $500,000 will not last you long.
Yeah, you get an auto shop as well.
A free auto shop that you have to spend money to build up. Usually around $2 to $2.5 million in-game currency to build up properly.
Car meet membership fees are waived. Yacht owners can upgrade to a super yacht at no additional cost. A pair of shorts and a top, I guess, are added to your wardrobe.
Some specialized clothing or whatever, but
there's some more vehicles that it's added. A section of free paints and emblems from the auto shop. 3 times GTA money and RP on
experience points
on Special Works Race Series. 2 times car meet rep on the Street Race Series as well. And that's what, $5 a month? You'll be billed the $6 monthly cost automatically until you cancel. So they say you can do it at any time. So, yeah.
Now a lot of folks will say, why even start? Because you can grind for most of that stuff, and a lot of things are kind of irrelevant. I don't want to say useless, but I mean, to each his own. But still, like certain cars, unless you want to build up a collection, I mean, some cars perform better than others, and at this point, you know which ones work and which ones will work for you and which ones won't.
Yeah, the comments aren't really. Yeah, the comments aren't good for this. People are surprised they didn't do this sooner, actually, but they figure GTA 6 will be GTA the MMO.
I think the main concern was that stuff like this is the reason we won't get a GTA 6.
That's a good question, or not a good question. That's a solid thought.
Yeah, because why make a 6 when we're still making money off of
but I think they've already announced that they are. That it is, I don't want to say in development, but like in the writing stages, I believe GTA 6 is.
Sounds like something you say to just appease the masses to back them off for a little bit, but yeah.
But before they hadn't said anything about it. Now they've said that, we're writing it. So I think they do plan on. I think they do plan on a GTA 6. But,
and then it doesn't help what they did with Red Dead Redemption Online.
What did they do there?
And it's like they just forgot it existed.
Oh, I know.
For the sole purpose of keeping up with GTA 5.
Yeah, no, they can really only focus on one game at a time.
Yeah.
They have not been known to do multiple things at the same time.
Yeah.
They just haven't. It's one game. We finish that, we ship it, and then we'll start working on our next game.
I mean, I won't say it's the level of Google with their apps and whatnot, but they haven't given a lot of attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I meant to mention that Amazon Prime Gaming has 8 free games this month. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the Game of the Year edition. So, I mean, that goes way back. You probably already own it on a lot of things, but if not, you can now get it for free through Amazon Gaming or Games with Prime. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, Monkey Island 2 Special Edition, Guild of Ascension, Nanotale, Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, Galaxy of Pen and Paper, House of 1,000 Doors Family Secrets, and then there's just a ton of stuff you can get with in-game content. Lethal Migraine says, without Dan Houser, who cares about Rockstar? I don't like their games anyway, but with their writer gone, I wouldn't get excited. I know, they lost their writer as well.
Yeah.
Which is why when they said, hey, we're writing it, we'll see how long that takes. I don't know.
I'm trying to think about someone going to try to modernize the GTA universe if they are actually writing this thing?
I mean, maybe.
Because some things that GTA is known for, you might not be able to get away with this day and age.
Maybe some new blood. Maybe some new people behind it will change things. I don't know.
For the better?
Well, there's always the chance. You know? There's always a chance. So why not? Why not take... You have nothing else. Dan's gone. You know, Hauser doesn't work there anymore. So, you know, give it to somebody else. See what they can do. May take a little bit longer to get, but whatever. You're going to keep churning out GTA 5s. As each console gets made, we'll be into the next year. We'll be into the PlayStation 6. And it'll be GTA 5 on PlayStation 6.
The numbers will be messed up.
It'll be weird. But yeah, I'm just saying. They haven't stopped milking this cow, and they won't.
And they probably won't.
Nope. As long as people keep buying it and playing it.
Look, if money keeps coming in, why not?
There's no point.
You can't blame them at this point.
There is no point in holding back on that. So we'll be right back with more of In-Game Chat. We have music here from a game I just mentioned earlier, This War of Mine. This is called We Keep Going, and we'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music from Mario Golf 64. I didn't really tie it in with the fact that we have the Masters on in the studio here, but I just tied it into the fact that I was looking for music and I scrolled through Wario 64 and his just deals and things like that, and for whatever reason I came across... Oh, that's right, they added... I think Mario 64 was added to the list of Nintendo 64 games if you have that higher tier on Switch online thing that gives you N64 and I think Sega Genesis games, I believe. And I think it got added as well. But now I realize I just tied it into the Masters. So, sure. Why not? Let's see. What else do we have in the news that we were going to be talking about? Return to Monkey Island was announced. Coming this year, later on this year. I know Matt must be happy. He is not in the chat room or anything like that, but I know he must be incredibly happy to hear the fact that they are doing a Return to Monkey Island. With, I believe, the same writers. Or, yeah. It's from Devolver Digital, which I have no idea how they grabbed that, but because it's a LucasArts game. It's a sequel to Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2 LeChuck's Revenge, called Return to Monkey Island. Ron Gilbert is heading up the project alongside fellow co-creator Dave Grossman as well. And they'll have the original voice actor for Guybrush Threepwood. So that's good. But yeah, I know Matt will be happy about that. So. Lethal Migraine has played 2 days, 23 hours of MLB The Show, 22 so far. And you have the game, you just haven't played it yet?
Which one?
The show.
The show, yeah. Yeah, the show was updating, and I had to make space on the hard drive, but yeah.
That's
I'll
right.
be able to play it later on.
That's right. There was a video, or there was a, well, I don't know what you could call it, but it was like a state of Unreal 5 or something like that. I'm not sure, but they were just talking about Unreal 5. And this is where they released Unreal 5 to the masses. You could go ahead and download it. It's completely free. Use it to develop, to build games and all this other stuff. And they were showing all the assets that you get with it. All that stuff is free. There are, of course, things that you can pay for, because how else would Epic make money? Well, there's plenty of ways Epic would make money, actually. But so many people use Unreal 5. Anyway, it was interesting to see. I say interesting. It was amazing to see the things it could do. I mean, I see it all the time when we talk about new games coming out and things like that. Mm-hmm. But and especially in that Matrix demo thing that released just before the film, which that was really awesome to kind of see as well. And that whole you can download that whole thing. It doesn't have it's the city that you can download. Not necessarily the whole car chase and everything else, but you can make it happen if if you want to dive in the development tools, you can go and make that stuff do what it's supposed to do. But I just thought it was fascinating to watch people build things and to put things together and how they could make that stuff work. It was just interesting to me. We got an announcement that the next Tomb Raider game is being worked on, and it will be using Unreal Engine 5. So they are going ahead with Tomb Raider. I wasn't sure what was going to be happening with that because, they did their 3 games. Square wasn't that happy with them
Square's
for some reason.
They set the expectations so high that they're never satisfied with the end result.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're getting another one. Crystal Dynamics made that announcement that we are getting a new Tomb Raider game. They are building a new Tomb Raider game. So there was no footage. There was nothing to show off. There was nothing to even talk about. It was just, hey, Tomb Raider, and we'll be using Unreal Engine 5 while we make it. That is something that you probably won't see until 24, maybe. Mm-hmm. You may get a teaser next year, and then you'll get the game the year after, possibly. Or probably, as the case may be there. So, let's see. Lethal Migraine says Xbox Studios is making at least 10 games using Unreal Engine 5 so far. I don't doubt it. I'm quite sure they are. What else do we have? Kirby won a Grammy. I guess the game, Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, did that win a... That honor goes to Charlie Rosen and Jake Silverman's 8-Bit Big Band, a 30 to 65 member orchestra that specializes in jazzy renditions of music from popular video game franchises. Last night they won Best Arrangement, Instrumental, or A Cappella for their rendition of the 1996 Kirby Superstar song Meta Knight's Revenge. Interesting. I will use that I'll try and grab that and use that for music next week. If I can remember to do that.
Let's see, the 8-Bit Big Band consists of up to 65 orchestra members who perform jazzy covers of popular game tracks.
Yeah. I don't know Meta Knight's Revenge to know how it should sound as an orchestra. But
a trip to YouTube will fix that.
Oh, it will. It will.
But what was that site? Overclocked Remix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean there were tons of remakes of all different types of video games on that website, and I think they're still around.
But like with an orchestra?
Some are orchestrated, like someone did an orchestra rendition of Wing Fortress Zone from Sonic 2.
Yeah.
On there. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, it's called, yeah.
I mean, we have...
So there are probably tons of orchestra remixes of different titles there.
8-bit big band right here.
Yeah.
And there's a full concert.
You got it pulled up?
I think that's it. Yeah, no, this arrangement has just won the 2022 Grammy Award. You know. That's what the original sounds like.
Yeah.
That's curious.
Yeah, they put a lot. Look, a lot of effort is put into the soundtracks of video games nowadays. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you can see more awards and whatnot coming in the future, I guess.
Let's go to the phones because we have a caller. Hello, you're on in-game chat. Who's this?
It's me again.
Oh, hey, Chris. What's up?
Yeah, it's about the music. There's several different people out there that do like heavy metal covers of the video game music and stuff. And I think one of my favorites for all the old Nintendo games is Vomitron. Have you heard any of their music, RJ?
Haven't heard them before. Are they on they got a site, page or anything like that, or OC Remix or whatever?
They have 2 albums. The first 2 albums he's done is on CD that you can get, and the third one is digital only. You can get them through Amazon and all. But like the first one, he did Contra and everything, and Mega Man. He's done Metroid, Mega Man 2, several classics. Most about everything that everybody, everybody's old favorite Nintendo games and stuff. And the first Turtles game, I mean, nails it.
Okay. Well, it's what's the name of the group again? Bob.
It's the cover name of the is Vomitron.
Vomitron.
Yeah, Vomitron.
Okay.
Like vomit.
I can look up their album on my phone real quick, and I can spell it for you.
Yeah. So Vomitron.
Oh, yeah, Vomitron.
So,
the first album was No Nest for the Wicked, and it shows a pretty lady with a controller wrapped around her. That's all I can really say. You'll know what I'm talking about. You'll find it if it has a Nest controller on the front with a lady.
Okay. Vomitron.
Vomitron.
By the way, you're laughing. Did you see the picture then?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, just the name's Vomitron. That's enough to garner a giggle out of me. Well, thanks, Chris, for letting us know about that. We appreciate it, man.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good afternoon.
You too, buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right, bye.
Over to the BAFTA Awards, we had let's see, I don't know, there were the game awards for the BAFTAs. Best Animation, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Artistic Achievement was The Artful Escape, which, neat. How well a game called The Artful Escape would win Artistic Achievement. Audio Achievement went to Returnal. Still have not played that game. Best Game went to Returnal. I still have not played that game. Oh, Best British Game. That's an interesting category.
Okay.
That's what it says. Best British Game.
BAFTA's based in Britain?
It is, yeah. Well, BAFTA, it's the British Arts, and BAFTA, British.
What enough British games making making the rank, so they had to make a category for it?
Forza Horizon 5 won it, so yeah, I guess that's a British-developed game. I imagine it is, but
Okay.
let's see. Best debut game was Toem, T-O-E-M. Evolving game. Animal Crossing New Horizon was nominated, Disco Elysium, Fortnite, but No Man's Sky is the winner on that one.
So evolving game would mean what?
Evolving. Just a game that is continually updated and just kind of keeps going.
Constantly updated.
Fortnite, No Man's Sky. I guess Disco Elysium? I'm not exactly sure about that. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Among Us, and Apex Legends.
I know. I guess I'm trying to figure this out because evolving, if it's just like being updated all the time, but it's like all games.
It just keeps getting new content added to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so those were the nominees.
Okay.
Yeah. Family game was Chicory, A Colorful Tale. That's another one I haven't played. Kind of have some interest in it. Game Beyond Entertainment, Before Your Eyes. I need to see that. Or watch that, I guess. Or play that is what I'm trying to get at. This is the one where when you blink, like it pays attention, so when you blink, it skips ahead in time, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Best game design was Inscription. Best multiplayer game was It Takes Two. They seem to just hold on to that win all the time. Anything that's multiplayer or co-opable, that's it. Music, Returnal. Narrative, Unpacking. Original property, It Takes Two. Performer in a leading role, Returnal won that one. Jane Perry is, I guess, as the main character in Returnal. Performer in a supporting role, Kimberly Brooks in Psychonauts 2. Technical achievement, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Game of the Year, voted by the public. Chicory, Deathloop, Forgotten City, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, but Unpacking won that one. I need to look into that. I don't know if that's on Game Pass or not. But I've heard some things about Unpacking, and so I'm very curious about it.
Are they making up titles just to give these games awards?
Not the BAFTAs. I don't think the BAFTAs do. I think they've always had that. I don't think there was anything new added to it. I don't think they added new categories. It's not like MTV Movie Awards or something like that. I don't think they added anything to it. So, yeah. But Returnal did win a lot there, and I'm looking forward to playing it whenever I can get around to it. I still haven't figured out what I'll do with that PS Plus thing and everything else that's going to be happening. I'm not sure.
Well, like I said, it depends on what's offered.
Other than keeping what I got. I mean, obviously, I'll just keep
what
PS
you got.
Plus.
Well, you have to if you want to play online with folks.
Yeah, exactly. Where it is, we got a new Ghost Recon in development. And, well, there was also rumor that Ubisoft is going to be setting aside some time to talk about Ghost Recon, Assassin's Creed, and Splinter Cell. They were going to be doing a showcase. They're planning on it. I don't necessarily know that they're going to get around to it. Obviously, with no E3 being displayed, it doesn't really matter because they can just do their own. They've done it before, where they do their own presentation, so it doesn't matter if we have an E3 or not. It would be nice to have another Splinter Cell. I keep counting the days. We're in the 3,000 and some odd days since the last time a Splinter Cell game was released. And it does not. I will not count whatever it is that they're doing. If they're doing a remake of the first one, I'm not counting that.
No, you want a new one.
I want a new one.
New one, yeah.
I can go back and replay the first one if I want to. It's not about a remake. You know, that's not what I asked for. I didn't ask for a remake. I want a brand new Splinter Cell game. And so that's what we're waiting on. Or at least that's what I'm waiting on. Hopefully other people are as well. Oh, I did notice that with Game Pass, again, and I tried to do this, and I didn't do it very well, trying to make a comparison or between the two, like what Sony's going to offer, what Microsoft offers, trying to find some good comparison there. It's very hard to do because you get a lot with Game Pass. Beyond just the games, you get the EA Play subscription, which you don't get on PlayStation or with their PlayStation Plus, whatever it's going to be called. I can't remember. There's all these other little things you get, things that you can get in-game currency or in-game items. Just because you're a Game Pass member, you can add these things to it, that sort of thing. Little perks
and benefits, yeah.
3 months of Discord Nitro, whatever that is, stuff like that you can get with it, and all these other things. And now they've added a subscription to Marvel Unlimited, which is you get 3 months. You get 3 months of Marvel Unlimited.
Digital comic service?
It's digital comics, yeah.
Okay. I'm still getting print.
That's over 29,000 comics on Marvel Unlimited that you have access to. All digitally. And by the way, there is not a thing wrong with digital comics. You talk about your digital books and your e-books and things like that. Well, your e-comics, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
That's how I read my comics now. Because
a lot of the manga I read is digital.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing wrong with it at all.
It's not. I have my collection of comics, and I'm glad I still have those. But I don't do that anymore. I don't need to add to it either. But I do want to read the stories. I do want to read some of the runs that were going on, because I read The Boys, and then I started Fight Club 2, and what else did I pick up? I picked up a couple of other. I have Umbrella Academy. I haven't started reading that, but it's really great the way it works digitally. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, you say that, yeah, but I don't need to build. I don't need to add more to it, but I'm still adding to mine. Still getting the print comics in my case, yeah. Something with some titles, yeah.
No, I like it this way because I get the comics and I don't have to worry about storing them or keeping them.
You can't save it to a hard drive if need be?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Oh, you can? Okay, good.
I can, but you also own them, so it's like you can always go back and re-download them if you want to. So it's not a situation that, like I'm fine. I don't need more comic books.
Yeah.
Physically, I don't need more comic books.
Yeah. So instead of all those long boxes that takes up a closet, you can put it on a 5 terabit portable drive, and you're good to go.
Yeah, you're done. That's I'm starting to do that with some of my media as well.
I need to invest in some more of those.
My movie media type stuff. Yeah, I'm starting to do
same
that
here.
as well.
Movies, anime, manga, all types of entertainment options.
And
a lot of things I could put on that little portable hard drive and keep it in storage somewhere.
Yeah, Game Pass has done that with my video games now, where it's kind of you just keep it digital. You just keep them digitally. That's it. You don't have to have boxes and everything else. Do I have this game? Let me look through all my files. Oh yeah, I do. There it is. Or I can re-download it if I want to do that. So, it's nice, and I'm glad it's there. Will I use it? I don't know. I did have Marvel Unlimited a long time ago. Mm-hmm. A long time ago, they ran some special where you could get it for a penny, and you could get. I can't remember if it was a penny a month or there was some. I can't remember. It was some kind of deal, and so I banked all of these activation codes so that I could stack them and then just add them in, and then boom, I'd have years and years and years of Marvel Unlimited. I don't know what I ever did with those. They're sitting in an email somewhere, waiting for me to use them.
Yeah. So what got you out of it though?
I think I did enough. I'd spent enough, and I thought, okay, I'm good. I'm banked. This should be fine. Now, when I'm ready to use it, I wasn't ready to use it then.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm ready to use it, I'll have them. I can go in there and use that, and boom, I've got ever how long it is of the Marvel Unlimited that I could use. So it doesn't give you new books. Like it won't give you whatever currently is in the run right now. It gives you, I think it's 3 months later. So after a book comes out this month, I won't get to read it until June, July, probably around July, something like that. That's when I would get to read it through Marvel Unlimited. So it's not the new stuff, but it is, it is everything that is 3 months old or older. And by older, I mean way older. I mean, they've got a good 29,000 comics. So yeah, they've got some good stuff, and you can sort them by writer, you can sort them by character, you can sort them by month or day or title, or, there's plenty of ways for you to find exactly what you're looking for. We were talking about Square Enix and them not liking the Tomb Raider stuff.
Yeah.
There was a bug that they found in the Avengers game, which is also Square Enix, which has also just had it's one of the worst rollouts of a game that you really have ever seen.
Yeah.
So this was a couple of weeks back. Here's the tweet. Our team is continuing to investigate an issue causing a crash for some PlayStation 5 players. We think we've identified a fix that is currently being implemented and tested. We hope to have more news by tomorrow morning, and we'll continue to keep you posted. In the meantime, here's a workaround that is resolving the issue for some players. Just note that it will reset your campaign progress. The solution around the bug is to start over.
That's not a solution.
That's the solution. The studio encouraged players to reset their campaign progress, load into the first mission, and then immediately force close their game. Something about this workaround solves the issue and will allow players to jump back into the live service part of Marvel's Avengers. But yeah. Yeah, I was looking. That's just ridiculous. That's the first comment says that's a negative, Ghost Rider. There are a lot of games I wouldn't mind starting over, but this isn't one of them. Least of all as a bug workaround.
Not gonna do it.
At that rate, you can call uninstalling the game and selling it back to buy a better game a workaround as well. If this is what we're doing. I still haven't played it. And again, Guardians of the Galaxy is one that is not getting a lot of love, but it is much better than Avengers. It's a different game than Avengers. I don't want to compare the two, but it's from the same company, not the same developer, the same publisher. But it gets it right.
Yeah.
It just isn't a games as service type of thing like Avengers is. It is a one and done thing. That's it. But it is so great. That one and done is just fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily wish that there was more to it. I'm the length of it and everything else. It's good.
Yeah.
You don't need to. It doesn't need to be padded with more stuff. You don't need to add expansion content to it or anything like that. It's good as is. If you want to do a sequel, that's fine. Do a sequel, but it's just really good. It flew right under the radar. And I think the developers had mentioned that with it being on Game Pass, it's actually doing pretty good. It's getting it's getting noticed better than it was prior to that. We're going to take another break here. When we come back, we'll dip into more of the news. We'll talk about upcoming games. We'll talk about We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Remember, you can call us or you can jump in on Discord if you'd like to. 272-9228. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat. I leave you with music here from a game called Graceful Explosion Machine. Yes, there is a game called Graceful Explosion Machine. I think this track is called Stranded, but we'll be right back. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from a game called Hymno. Himno. Hymno. This is called Above 600. I know very little about the game or the music. Got some chill vibes to it there.
It's 2D platformer, but one of the taglines is "Take a breath and relax."
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess so. Mm-hmm. I don't know where I came across it. Probably games that were released this week or something like that, or released recently. More than likely, it's probably where that came from.
Okay.
What else we got in the news? I did not know Criterion was still working on Need for Speed, but apparently they are. Their new Need for Speed is set to launch in November. That was one of the things that I looked at or at least something I thought of. So I was watching the Unreal Engine 5 presentation thing, and they were showing off that Matrix demo. Mm-hmm. And they were showing off some of the physics and things where the explosions in the cars, like you shoot the car tires out and the car would usually flip or brick or something like that, and the deformation that would be in it. And I just thought, man, I hope the Criterion people are looking at this. I mean, I know they're owned by EA at the moment, but I really hope that I hope they're coming up with something. They're not, but I wish that they were. I want my cars to crash and look good when they do it. I need cinematic car destruction. Mm-hmm. And Criterion really is the only one that's ever been able to give me that.
Yeah.
And so I need it back. I have experienced it in some, like in that demo for the Matrix thing, I've experienced it in some ways. I want to say there was another one where I was just making cars flip back left and right, and I can't remember which one it was. It may have been Uncharted. Because there was some shooting, driving shooting type things, and so you could sit there and shoot them, boom, boom, motorcycles and different things like that. You could either shoot the rider, or you could just shoot at the vehicle enough that it would smoke and then explode and do all these other things, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, just Criterion. I miss them. I really miss them. I miss Burnout. I know we had that Three Fields Entertainment trying to kind of revitalize that with Dangerous Driving. Didn't do too bad, and they were apparently working on a sequel to the game that apparently is still in development, but they have given no update in like a year or more. So it's a slow progress on that. EA confirmed a new Criterion-developed Need for Speed game was in the works at the tail end of 2020, slapping it with a vague release window of somewhere between April of 21 and the end of March of this year. However, that launch was later delayed to EA's fiscal year 2023. With Battlefield 2042 now launched, Criterion's attention has reportedly returned to Need for Speed, with EA said to be looking to release its long-awaited racer this November. That's according to speaking the latest episode, blah, blah, blah. He also claimed that the latest series installment will forego a console release on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, instead go straight to Series X and PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's next-gen only for that one. Spoke a little on the game settings, saying he'd heard rumors of stuff like Miami, which makes him think that maybe they'll go into the underground route, kind of like Need for Speed Underground did it as well. Stress that these remain just rumors at this point, and that the underground angle could be leaps of logic that they're making there. While a November launch for Need for Speed will almost certainly delight franchise star fans, it does seem perhaps surprisingly soon, giving Criterion's pause to assist with Battlefield 2042. I thought that as well when they were talking about that. Now that that's launched, they're ready to release a new game this year. Seems rather quick turnaround. I don't know. We'll see how they do it. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be called. I don't know if it's going to have a subtitle. I don't know if it's just a revamp of Need for Speed. Who knows? Criterion does, but they're not saying anything. Or EA, they're not saying anything either. Did I mention Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 getting delayed? Because that did get delayed until 2023. That's fine. I still haven't played the first one. What else do we have? Yeah, Pinball Effects is not... We've had Zen Studios on the show before, but Pinball Effects is not... Zen's taken a lot of flack, and I think it is... I hate to say it, but I think it's warranted. The flack they're getting on this, because they have partnered with Epic Games. So it's exclusive now to Epic Games. The problem is the tables. They've gone into Pinball Effects 3 or 4 or whatever this new one is, and you have to rebuy your tables, and that's just really, really having a problem with that. The maker of the long-running Pinball Effects series of virtual pinball tables says a switch to a controversial new means of selling live content will help it accommodate cross-platform buys later. But longtime players will have to rebuy tables in the rebooted Pinball FX that they may have owned and played for years in other versions. Mel Kirk is still there. That's the guy, I met him. The guy at the time that I met him, Zen Studios didn't have a booth or anything like that. Zen Studios was that guy walking around the show floor with an iPad and then showing off either a video or a little bit of gameplay of something that he had with him. And I was so excited to meet him, and he's a great guy. It was great to meet. I just don't understand. I guess maybe I do. It's probably money. It's probably a situation that they built an engine that just could not bring those tables over, or what, and I guess they just bit the bullet and said, well, we're just going to have to charge them again. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't. Not when you went from Pinball FX to Pinball FX 2 to Pinball FX 3, tables carried over. Yeah. Always.
There's nothing you can do to explain your reasons, valid or otherwise. No one's going to care. I have to rebuy something I've already bought before. There's no excuse you can give. No one's gonna. It's not acceptable to anyone.
Like I get it if you release.
That's why the backlash is coming.
Yeah, like I get it if you release new tables that are exclusive to whichever of the Pinball Effects that it is, and it's exclusive to those.
Yeah,
and you get those. And if they don't carry over, that's great. If they do, then they should come with you. I assume. I guess. I don't. So. If you want to play Destiny on other systems, you need to own Destiny on the other systems. So if I've already bought the season pass on one system, this is kind of a situation. If I've already bought the season pass on one system, how come that can't carry forward? Except the problem is that you did buy Pinball Effect. By the way, I'm working this all out in my head as I'm talking to you. This is not something I'm thinking about as we go along. You did we bought those tables on PC where you're not switching to a new, like if I wanted to go play on Switch, I understand I would have to rebuy all of this stuff if I wanted to do that. But this is the PC and it's moving over, and my tables should come with me. Should, they won't. We're hoping that the lines are broken down between first parties and we can do cross-buy, cross-platform, that Mel Kirk told Polygon. Pinball Effects launched in early access at the Epic Games Store that same day. So, us now removing entitlements from the store and having them in Zen's camp, where they have player identification, we can say, hey, Player X bought ET on Epic Games Store. They also have Pinball Effects on Xbox Series X. We can allow them to have cross-buy. That's always been a goal for us. We haven't been able to, but we see in the future that we can do that. Getting there, though, has many fans who saw the news on Wednesday that they would switch to an in-game currency model and also offer you an all-you-can-eat subscription to all of its tables for $15 per month. Absent other platforms, and Zen Studios has not officially declared where the new Pinball Effects will launch other than the Epic Games Store, Kirk understands that looks like a very tough sell. Pinball Effects itself is a free download. It offers access to 2 free tables, which change daily. The free tables don't have all game modes available, however, and they don't allow players to unlock all of the in-game collectibles that are offered. To do that, players have to either buy the table or sign up for the Pinball Pass, which is your $15 a month Pinball Pass. And to do that, they need to buy tickets, the game's new currency. Tickets are sold in bundles ranging from $100 for $10 to $1,200 for $100. And depending on whether tables are old, new, licensed, or Zen Originals, they'll cost either 40, 45, 55, or 60 tickets.
What was Zen Studios' financial situation before Epic?
I don't know, man. I don't get this. I don't get this at all.
Because I can only speculate what it was if they're going this route.
We used to buy tables. We'd give you, I don't even remember the price. Like $3 a table, maybe $5 for a table, but they would have so many tables, you know, and so you could get like a group of them for 3 for like $15.
Yeah.
3 new tables, $15 whenever they would release that. There you go. I don't think a lot of times they sold individual tables. I think you always had to buy them in packs.
It was like a package deal.
Yeah.
Like the Williams package or the Marvel package or something along
Yeah,
those
I think
lines.
it was always a package type deal that you had to do that. The response within the Pinball FX3 subreddit and the comments under the new pricings announcement video was swift and almost completely negative. One player calculated that acquiring all the tables would cost $150, as they need a $100 pack of 1,200 tickets plus a $50 pack of 575 tickets, which would leave them with 90 unused tickets worth about $10. Other players bemoaned the fact that the smallest ticket bundle is 100 tickets, which effectively forces players to pay for 2 tables even if they only want to buy one. Mel Kirk acknowledged that having extra unused virtual currency is not optimal, but we have a way to address that. In Pinball FX's early access period, Zen will ultimately implement dynamic bundling, which will allow you to use similar amounts of tickets to pick up an extra table. Kirk said this particular feature hasn't been implemented yet because, as it's a data optimization solution, there isn't yet enough data to build a dynamic bundling formula. Still, ideally, your balance could be zeroed out. Yet, no, there is. You just assign a price to the table and let people pay money for the table. I don't understand that. Other than the fact that you do this, like they're doing, the ticket value, that way you get more money and then it leaves the players with, you know, holding the bag, basically.
Hold the bag.
Here we go. We're holding the extra. We gave you extra. We got this left because you don't have anything else. Mm-hmm. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, said Kirk, why to have extra tickets, but this tool is coming. As for rebuying the tables, Kirk understands why that prospect is upsetting to some players. We're getting some heat right now. Oh, yes, you are. But the same thing happened in 2010. The same thing happened in 2017 when Zen launched Pinball FX2 and Pinball FX3. I remember my tables carrying over, I thought. The difference is, in those games, most of the tables players had bought did migrate to the new game if it was on the same hardware family. Mm-hmm. The ones that didn't were usually licensed tables whose contract terms had expired. That's something I understand as well. You should do something about that, though. I mean, if you do license these tables, you should try and keep those contracts up to date so that people can still do them, or just remove them so that people can't. So that you can't see what you missed if you can never get it back, type of thing. I'm not sure. Yeah. He says, still, we've been working with the same model since 2010. Kirk said, and the nature of a live service game 12 years later makes that unsustainable, mostly because of the opportunity and expectation of cross-platform purchases and progression now supported in games like Fortnite and a couple of others. So, Mel Kirk knew that the point Zen Studios would have to knew at that point that Zen Studios would have to rip the Band-Aid off at some point and make a change that meant rebuying old tables on a new platform, something no one would like. This is also attributable to developing Pinball FX in Unreal 4. Pinball FX on PC is, for at least a year, an Epic Games Store exclusive as well. Kirk also pointedly mentioned that Zen Studios told its community about the platform change and what it would mean as far as rebuying tables 1 year ago. We had a huge decision to make because it meant that we would no longer have the same packages on stores When we develop a new game with new packages, that means that there's brand new packages and they have no entitlements and we can't go backwards in time. While Mel said that the early access period will be used to change pricing or offerings, if everybody hates Pinball Pass, they don't find value in it, we'll rip it out of there. He's confident in the support, though, of their longtime fans and collectors. No.
Is Epic Games going to do that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's on Epic's store, so I mean, they would allow them to go it whichever way they wanted to go with it. We have a ton of people who really do value and enjoy what we do, who buy everything, and they're not going to put a comment in a chat or on Reddit, Kirk said. We're doing well. People are still playing our game 15 years later from 2007. I think we will continue to find our way. That sounds like you're pretty confident in that. I don't know. Some of the comments, as long as I still have access to the tables I've previously paid for in the previous version, I guess I just won't be buying any more. Going forward for new players, though, I can see how this makes some sense. Somebody else says, here's the thing. I already repurchased many of my Xbox PC tables for Switch, and a good number of them are busted. There's a broken lamp on Switch since launch that still hasn't been fixed. Yet they're coming up with new schemes for getting money for these tables.
Same table, different format, but it's got issues.
Yeah. Do people play this at a level of, say, World of Warcraft? If not, $15 a month for a pass to content for a single game is insane. It is. $15 a month for one game. That was MMO pricing back in the day.
Yeah. City of Heroes, World of Warcraft, stuff like that.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. But I was having fun with City of Heroes. I didn't mind. It was always us getting together, having a good time with that game.
I know. Yeah.
But for pinball, not so much.
Somebody else says, I can't compare monthly prices to anything these days ever since Game Pass broke the scales. Do I want all the tables in this pinball game or 400 plus titles and day one releases from a dozen studios? It's the same price. Then I'm going to go with Game Pass.
Wow.
$15 a month.
There's no comparison. When he puts it like that, there is no comparison.
I love pinball. You know I do, but I ain't paying $15 a month.
I know.
I'm not. I'm not paying $15 a month to go play pinball.
Pinball's one of them games. Pinball is like a one and done, price wise, with maybe a little.
That's what I don't understand. Just let us own the tables, which they can. I mean, I know they can, but they're talking about, well, you got to buy these packs. Why did that ever become a thing? Why can't you just take the money? You know?
Yeah.
Why can't you just say that this table costs, and they say they can.
Yeah.
Because they've related these tickets as having a dollar value, a real life dollar value.
Mm-hmm.
And for 45 or 50 of these tickets, whatever the price was, then you can own the table. Well, then just convert that to money and tell me, okay, it costs this much.
Because they make more money buying a package than individuals.
Well, yeah, I know. That's the reason.
Yeah.
But that's also scummy.
That's business.
It's bad business.
Still business.
Yeah. Well, they're catching flack for it.
Yeah.
And I hope they catch more flack for it. And I hate to say that because I like what they've done, or at least I like what they did. Mm-hmm. I haven't played the Williams tables since Pinball Arcade owned them, owned the licenses and everything.
Yeah.
So now that they have them, I'm not sure. I haven't played any of them, so I'm not. I don't think I've played any of them. So I'm not sure how well the translation made it to Pinball Effects, to Zen Studios, when they took over the license for the Williams games. Mm-hmm. I don't know. This is just really bad of them. They were and there's no. I don't have anything to say that this is actually what happened, but they were obviously in a position.
Yeah.
To where
all you can do is speculate at this point, but
I know.
It's like I said. You said it was license issues, right? That was with
on some of them. On some of them is the contract licensing. It's just the fact that they teamed up with Epic, and I don't really want to put a blame on Epic on this, because I think it's Zen's. I think Zen is the one who is. They've made this decision. They could have gone with whoever made the offer, and if Epic was making the offer, or they approached Epic and said, "We'd like to be exclusive. Could you throw some money our way, and help us with this?" And that's fine. It's just the fact that your tables don't carry over. That's my problem. Mm-hmm. You've built these things, and yes, the tables did carry over. between FX1, 2, and 3, your tables carried over. They always did. And now they won't, because they're moving over to a store, or the tech isn't there, or something. I'm not sure what it is. It seems like they want to make it available to you to pay for these on one and play them on any. It sounded like you pay that $15 a month, then you can play all the tables on your PC, on the Switch, on the PlayStation, wherever. Like it's all cross-buy. So you will have them wherever you go if you pay that monthly fee of $15 a month. What I'm not sure about is if you buy the tables outright, do they come with you across platforms? I don't know. I'm not too concerned about it because I'm just not jumping into it,
I wouldn't see that as worth it anyway, either.
I don't know, man. That's just horrible.
Even if it is 15, but it's still $15 a month, but play on any system. Well, I usually play on one system, so why would I pay that?
I just like having the tables there for when I want to play them.
Yeah.
Not like, well, I'm not going to pay $15 this month to play your tables. I don't know. Looks bad.
Better for Game Pass. 15 a month.
I mean, it is, but that price is just ridiculous. $15 a month, man. And now I think back to when I played City of Heroes.
GTA Online is bad, but they're charging only $6.
I know. To think about going back and playing City of Heroes and some of the other games that required subscription fees.
Right.
I think about it now, and I'm like, why would I pay $15 just to play one game? Like a month to continue playing a game? That seems absurd to me now.
Yeah.
It's not, because we did it.
Look, because it all boils down to this: how much fun did you have playing this game?
Obviously, we had a ton of fun. All of us there.
We had a ball. Yeah,
I get that.
But the allure died quickly when we couldn't play as much together.
But it's weird. I don't know. I guess it's me looking back and saying, man, there was a time when paying $15 to play a game was apparently something I never questioned. I was just like, there you go, sure, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Now it's like, that's horrible, because you look at what you can get for $15 through other sort of things, like Game Pass.
Yep.
Like, that makes much more sense.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you see things like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and all these other games that go free to play.
Technically.
Yeah, for the low-tier type of thing. City of Heroes was ripe for that, by the way, and should have been.
They all were, actually, yeah.
So...
free to play, but for a small fee.
Yeah.
Get all these perks and everything.
Hey, we got to run because we're almost out of time. Coming up, we got music from Rogue Legacy because they just announced a sequel to the game, so we're going to play that. Just thank you, everybody who joined us for this week. We appreciate it. Thank you again, Chris, for calling in and for the stand. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Join our Discord. And just have a great week. And we will talk to you next Saturday. Wendy, I'll see you soon. Here's music from Rogue Legacy.